Hey guys, Frizzy Brony here, and we are back with another episode review and summary. And this week's episode, it was alright. I had a lot of laughs with it. It was a decent episode. Not as strong as last week's, but then again, last week we had a full villain episode that was crammed together with all the big reveals. The final Summer Sun celebration, Celestia and Luna are retiring, Princess Twilight's going to be taking over. They didn't hold anything back, so following that was always going to be tricky. And they actually did it surprisingly well. I thought it was going to be a bit of a boring episode, simply because she talks to Angel. You immediately know it's going to be a Fluttershy episode, and as much as I like Fluttershy, and I'm not ragging on anyone's waifu, but her episodes, to me, it just seem the most boring, because you know it's just going to involve animals, there's going to be a conflict, and then that's going to be it. I like it when we have episodes that focus on more obscure characters, because that would at least further character development for them, because I feel the main six have had all of their development done. But let's get into the episode. We start off on a group therapy session where Fluttershy is talking with all the animals at her sanctuary, all the predators, all the prey, and trying to get them on the same page so that they don't eat each other. Which, you know, if you can have people living together, seems fairly standard and basic from the get-go. Of course it is.
Antoine believes what he eats is his business. Do other predators feel that way
And
too?
who he eats is his business.
Does prey like to respond?
So we see she's talking to the bears, the wolves, the snakes. Although it seems there's one particular creature going around causing a little bit more havoc than usual. Just happens to be in the title of the episode, so you know that Angel is going to feature heavily in this.
It doesn't mean you can't work together.
So does Angel count as the predator? Yeah. Oh, I was hoping that was going to be the end of Angel there. So immediately they're setting up the conflict of the episode, because we start to see the frayed relationship between Angel and Fluttershy, seeing that because of her having to manage the school, or her lessons at least, as well as the sanctuary, it's causing a little bit of friction between them due to lack of time. Especially since she seems to be putting so much more effort into all of the other animals. Not to say they aren't adorable, because they've introduced a baby elephant, which is so cute. And also, my favourite, the giraffe is back. I love the giraffes. I'm just upset that they are classed more as animals than as sentient equines. Because they are! They should be the same as Zecora.
All need to get
Can we
along.
focus on the giraffe, please?
All predators promise to only eat vegetables while staying at the sanctuary.
Speaking of which, she appears, along with one of my favourite secondary / background / non-main cast characters, who I will never stop calling Main Allgood, because I swear that's what they called her the last time she was on screen. Yay, Zecora, yay!
It might look like chaos.
And there's the real Main Goodall, or Main Allgood.
Perhaps I can help those two get along before something here can go terribly wrong.
Although, I guess they've kind of retconned that now, because in the credits it does say her name is Dr. Faunus, and they have said that name a couple times, so I just might be going crazy. Which is a fair bet. But we see that Zecora and the good veterinarian have arrived due to a new animal they need Fluttershy to take a look at, a particularly charming little lizard. Aww! It's the bio lizard.
Him here seemed the right thing to do. I've never seen geckos breathe smoke, though. Have you?
So we start to move the plot along. We see the vet doing her checks. We see Fluttershy trying to do her work. And Zecora intervenes, noticing that there may be a little bit of friction there. I mean, you can't really miss it. It's visible from space. But she offers to lend a hand and says, if you come visit me, I might be able to offer a solution. And so we leave the sanctuary and go into the deep, deep, dark forest. where we see Zikora's hut returning. And inside, as always, she's cooking something up on her large cauldron in the middle of her room. And we see that she lays out that there is a bit of bickering between the two, and she gives them a glowing green goop, which is now my favourite thing to say, glowing green goop. And she says, basically, go home. When you're there, you're resting, you're relaxing, you're not doing anything. Take it and talk. It'll solve your problems.
Such luck you're coming here indeed. Behold the antidote you need.
Note that Zikora never gives a simple answer, and I don't mean that just because of the rhyming, but she always has to say everything with a little bit of a riddle. She can't just say, yeah, this is body swap potion, go nuts. So it's a case of, you will see, you will talk. I'm not going to bother trying to do an accent, so don't worry, that won't persist. So we see Fluttershy and Angel heading home. And while they're walking through the town, Angel gets a little impatient and decides to just neck his drink right there, forcing Fluttershy to do the same. And oh boy.
I wonder what it's gonna do.
Oh no.
Whoa. Hang on, hold up. Am I a pony?
Oh.
Am I a pony?
Ooh. Okay. Okay, so we're gonna hear Angel's thoughts. Oh, this is gonna be fantastic. Yep, we have Freaky Friday Equine Edition. And now we know exactly where this episode is gonna go. Angel and Fluttershy have swapped bodies. And it doesn't take them long to adjust to standing and walking and doing different things. But this is where we start to see Angel's personality given a voice. And coming out of Fluttershy, it seems very, very weird.
Rubber baby buggy bumpers, rubber baby buggy bumpers.
Okay, Donald Duck, you can speak.
Oh, come on.
It's bad I only know that from
You're
DuckTales.
so too listening. Quit being so bossy because... Are there carrots around here?
I mean, they haven't even gotten home. They're stuck in the middle of town and they're already arguing again. And so, after a little back and forth, Fluttershy uses the stare and manages to convince Angel to go back to the sanctuary and do her jobs while she goes and talks to Zikora about what is going on. The two part ways, and this is where the story diverts. Because first off, we see Angel trying to adjust to pony life, as well as enjoying having a voice for once before he does actually go back to the sanctuary, and it is hilarious to see.
Anybody know where that useless list of Fluttershy's chores is?
Hey, Fluttershy! I was starting to wonder if you'd make it back.
Fluttershy! Oh, yeah, that's me. Definitely Fluttershy, 100%.
She's a changeling, kill her! So we get back to the sanctuary, and Angel tries his best to convince the others that he is indeed Fluttershy, as nobody else knows what's going on. And so he impersonates her and drops one little tidbit of information that I think a lot of people speculated and saw from one side, but now we got confirmation of the other side. Play the clip.
Shy I am. I talk to animals, I want to marry Discord.
Your list is over there.
Oh yeah, there's my good old list of chores that I will absolutely not rush through because
Really?
I definitely do not have better things to do.
Really? Oh, Angel, you little bugger. So we see him half-heartedly in Fluttershy's body, going around and basically just appeasing himself and not actually doing the jobs. He kinda does, but he doesn't, you know? And ends up getting a ring of keys stuck in an elephant's trunk, and he invites a snake to go snack on the prey. So this is gonna go well. We cut back to Fluttershy, though, who's trying to find her way through the Everfree Forest to find Zikora again. This time not used to her smaller stature, and... well, out of all the creatures in the Everfree Forest, you knew she was going to get jumped by something, but what she got jumped by, I didn't expect. I wonder what creature she's going to run into. The cockatrice, a hydra, Stephen Magnet... or an eagle! America. Yeah, an eagle just comes out of nowhere, swoops down, and she makes a run for it. Luckily, she doesn't get caught. She manages to find her way to Zecora, who doesn't understand her, because nobody understands a bunny, only she does. But she knows, because obviously she's the one who gave the potion. She twigs that that isn't actually Angel, it's Fluttershy. And after once again another little bit of cryptic code giving, we find out that what it needs is actual confirmation from the other party that they apologize and acknowledge what was done wrong, and that you can see on eye to eye and better footing. Still kind of suspicious though that Zecora did mention that this was used for brothers and sisters, and I am loath to live in a world where there is magic afoot that swaps a brother and a sister's body. You could get up to a whole lot of not good. And that's not even me taking it to the obvious place that I know a lot of you are thinking. I'm just being honest. If you don't tell someone that you swap bodies, you can absolutely wreck an entire person's life in about half an hour. But this is ponies, so it's not going to go that badly. And we see that after her little talk, Zecora calms Fluttershy down and sends her back. So all that running she had to do to get there, now you got to do it in the reverse direction.
And if you were to both apologize, having learned this little lesson, I imagine that might bring an end to the friendship therapy session.
I know that it's actually you, but there is nothing that I would
This
do.
is where the two plots meet in the middle once again, as we get back to the sanctuary, and we see that everything is pretty much going to hell because Angel is not actually caring about all the jobs. And we see that things get a little bit worse when...
Oh, wow. Okay.
the snake has eaten the elephant. I'm going to repeat that. The snake has eaten a baby elephant. I know they can dislocate their jaws, but wow. That is a massive feat for that python. And to top it all off, they can't get into the storeroom because the keys are locked away in an elephant's nose. And Fluttershy turns up absolutely exhausted and, to what it looks like, on death's door. So the doctor is having a little bit of a freak out moment, and this is where we see that Angel realizes something. He relies on Fluttershy a lot more than you'd think, and without her, things would absolutely go to pot. So he decides to round all the other animals up, actually talk to them, settle things, and make a plan to fix this. To which they do. They manage to get the keys back, get into the storeroom, and solve all the problems, as Fluttershy is revived, and her and Angel have a little bit of a heart-to-heart.
So technically Angel can understand...
I can't believe you work here every day. These animals are crazy. No wonder you don't have time for me. My life is hard? No, your life is hard. You never appreciated me? No, I never appreciated you.
And so, because they've had their resolution and reconciliation, they swap bodies once again. And it is a nice little scene to have, because everyone's just confused about what was going on. Although we do get a little bit of a cut in the middle, which shows that Fluttershy probably did explain to Maine Allgood what had happened.
Breeze would be quite the surprise.
Speaking of surprises.
Now I can use
will you
him
please never
to start
do
a
that
fire.
again?
To warm my cauldron is my desire.
The fact that she gives Zecora a little bit of a telling off, I can't help but think Zecora probably had an internal devilish smile at that. She's like, I did this. And that's the episode. It really is a short, sweet, self-confined one. And as much as I don't normally like the Fluttershy episodes, just because of the Freaky Friday premise of it, and that we got Zecora and... I keep wanting to call her Maine Allgood, but Dr. Fauna. I'm going to have to try and get used to that. I probably won't. Because we've got those two characters, who are two of my favourite non-main cast, this episode for me had laughs every moment. It was just little bits of pure joy going through. So, following last week's, it definitely is going to be a step down, although this is far above average and better than what it should be. So I'm going to give this episode a solid 7.5 out of 10. And that it was going to be a 7, but the 0.5 came just because, even though it's only for about a second, we get a derpy. And derpy always makes the episodes that little bit better. So 7.5 out of 10. That's my final verdict. What did you guys think of the episode? Did you enjoy it? Did you like it? What did you think of seeing Angel's personality coming out with an actual voice? Let me know in the comments down below. As always, make sure to like, share, subscribe, share it around all where you can, and let's spread the love of this channel. The blind reaction clips are coming up, and until the next video, guys, bye-bye. Oh, I love that little musical motif. They've pretty much given up on Sakura's actual theme song, but the little kalimba there was a nice touch.
Even the best of friends need help from time to time. Come visit me in my hut, should you change your mind.
Okay, thanks.
We need an official soundtrack release. Neglect, my dear.
You're gonna love it here, little duckling. Oh, it isn't. Not happy enough?
It's a proper vivarium.
Sorry. We need to see if your food is causing your issue.
Careful, girl. That neck is still pretty sore.
Yeah, come on, we need actual vocal lines.
Just you wait, Scout. We switch bodies.
Oh, this is gonna be cool. Derpy!
And we're gonna keep at it until you start to develop a taste for it.
Pavlovian conditioning. Go, Angel Shy.
What is going on? You did all the chores on your list, didn't you?
Well, technically I did them, kinda. But more technically, it's not my list.
You wrote it!
Did I though?
Aww.
You do not want
This is why I love this vet character. She's only appeared in a couple episodes, but she has so much personality.
this one, Snake.
You're welcome.
I guess Fluttershy was my goodness. I'm back. I'm a pony again.
And he's Snoopy.
Angel. I promise
Oh no, it didn't work. He's a dog now.
from now on.
Damn it. I'm gonna get stuck doing Sakura-isms now for a while. Right. No, they've changed her name. They've changed it. I just clocked it there in the credits. They changed her name to Dr. Fauna. Sneaky. That is a retcon and a half that I do not appreciate. Main all good for life. That was an episode.